Leipzig. Put most things there. Sure, that form will come back at some point. What's the foul line? Havertz. Well, he knew the challenge was coming in. Harry Maguire just steps across Havertz. So good at coming out with the ball. Manchester United defender. And the way that Germany is set up now, with Havertz playing as the third midfield player, and Müller and Werner together, it does mean the wide centre halves for England can come out with the ball. That's why they started to get more possession. And only created 17 chances, tied the second fewest in the whole of the competition going into this game. So,
kind of funny how one team is wearing black this game when you have kneeling for Black Lives Matter. I kind of find that pretty interesting.
I have to fix that problem here.
Southgate's going to win game number 96. Joachim Löw's going to lose game number 96 as a manager. And, you know, this is their moment to show Angela Merkel who is boss over their own matters. That'd be an insult to England to lose to Merkel's boys at home. There's Sterling. Boring, boring England are going to win pretty boring. Shake and bake. But Sterling's been doubled up. He still whips across in there. This game probably has 1-0 written all over it. A boring game. I can sleep in a little bit, and this game is still 0-0. I felt pretty good that was going to happen. 2 goals scored and 0 allowed this whole tournament. What a hoax team England are, man. They're just getting them ready for the World Cup against Messi. They're just getting ready for them to go far, to go win knockouts, and we can hype up England against Argentina.
Twice so far. Well, that was once more than I thought. To score a goal in the European Championships, either in the last one or this one. There was top scorer in the Premier League and led the assist table as well.
Germany play in the middle. No one even got a head on that ball over there. Wow, that looks threatening for Germany. No one got anything there. No one even had the ball there. Where are they? Huh?
That's a good cross. Well defended by Trippier at the far post.
England still suck. They haven't scored a goal yet.
Like that in a big game against Borussia Dortmund for Bayern last season. Havertz has found some space there, and Werner's in here. Massive save from Pickford to keep England.
Timo Werner, what a lamppost again. What a lamppost again. How did he not score there? Because it's rigged. He kicks it straight to the keeper. He doesn't curve it through the post. He doesn't do that. Okay, 33rd minute.
Already a feeling, as so often is in these fixtures, of a game on a knife edge. Doesn't take much for the England fans to get frustrated with their team. As soon as they take a couple of passes back, they start to get annoyed. Kyle Walker. used to the change of system that's being employed here. They have played three at the back already this season. That's up towards Kane.
Kane is so fucking slow, man. He is so slow. How is he gonna be quick to create chances for himself? You know,
3-2 back in 2016.
this guy won't even be a golden boot candidate when he is playing up front. What kind of service does he get? Oh, this whole match is a big hoax. It's like Germany should be winning if it was real, but it has a hoax written all over it. It is such a hoax because we all know how bloody bad England are. I didn't miss much, I bet, during the first 30 minutes, did I? I bet I didn't. Oh, he fumbles, so he bottles the ball there. He didn't handle it well.
Interested to see this one again.
He may have been offsides.
Shaw was playing higher up the field against Havertz.
No.
White didn't see the danger. Here's the chance. He's got a lot of goal to aim for. That's a poor miss, I would say, from Timo Werner. Good save, but a poor miss from Timo Werner after a very good run.
Yeah, it's not rigged for you boys, this game. It's going to be rigged for the anti-Merkel charade. They're pretty even.
It was already 1-1 by this point. Making the lead to Alan Shearer, Stephen Kuntz with an equaliser 13 minutes later. And as you will well know, went to penalties. Southgate would need no reminding of. Did our studio analyst take one of those penalties, Steve McManaman? He did not. With us in the studio as well. It was part of that 2010 team which beat England so comprehensively.
These guys hate their country so much. They're all hoping that England loses just because of a bunch of stupid kneeling. I mean, it seems pretty tribal to want to root against your country. I don't know. That's just me.
So far.
But the hate for the Three Lions is pretty real.
So far, when the game's been played at a slow tempo and it's
by their own country.
Germany look the better side. When the game starts to get that moving quicker, that's when England look better. Turn up the tempo here then. Sterling. And Kane. Rice. Trippier, with chalk on his boots on that right-hand side. Giving the width in England's work, Rice. Working back.
Crowded German box.
Walker had to cross the ball when it came back to there. England had 5 players in the box. Got a chance to do that here with Phillips. Let's get the cross away, really. Brilliant from Goretzka. Holding midfield play, got back. Or one of the holding midfield players. It's Calvin Phillips again. The idea was there, but the execution wasn't quite on. And Havertz can bring it away here as German counter is mounted.
You know what this is? This is reenacted World War II. Where they stopped the German bombing. They stopped the German bombing. This is reenacted World War II. This is what this match is. The bombers lose. This is World War II.
Incredible win over the world champions France yesterday. Scorching as well for Spain. at some point. Free kick here. Movement again from Timo Werner, just pulls off of Stones down the side of him. Great run, has to finish that though. Pickford, whose position as the number one goalkeeper, was under threat, it seemed, for a while. Not now.
Uh-oh.
Goretzka to play it through Havertz.
Wow, red. Yeah, he should have scored there, but he doesn't score. Of course, he acts too slow. Guy's a rigged clown. What a hoax play. That's an easy German goal. But of course, it's rubbish kneelers. It's all rigged. It's all rigged for these guys to win. People don't understand. These Brits don't understand. They're hating their country and they're hating their team. They're a bunch of haters. They're a bunch of cowards too. They're booing the players for kneeling, but they're England. They're gonna go cheer for England after booing them for courageously taking the knee, taking the stance. England are so dry. They're definitely going to lose the World Cup.
They might be meeting each other in this round of 16. The draw was made 1.5 years ago or so. It always looked a possibility. Kane this time looking to get Phillips in behind, but no chance really of getting onto that one. Well, that's the new Harry Kane of last season.
England have to bottle it to lose. When you do not have France and Portugal in the tournament, when you avoid Italy, when you avoid Belgium, when you avoid the Netherlands, when you avoid all those teams, you need to do something with it. Against the worst German team in years, you got to do something with that. You can't just let a golden opportunity like that slip away, because that's what it is. England avoid virtually every good team. This ain't the same German team at all, too. This was an easier draw than Italy. Potentially Spain. Spain, too. Let's include Spain. They avoid Spain, even though they're not the same, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Things aren't going England's way. Can certainly come on and try and make things happen. Walker. Phillips there.
Wow, I could have lost that ball right there. He almost kicked it out of bounds. Wow.
It's given. For a moment there, I thought the referee was deliberating on that. Eventually, Danny Merkel does blow. Yeah, Goretzka, the player coming back. Does he get the ball? No, he probably doesn't. No, he doesn't get the ball. Just gets a bit of Harry Kane. This is a good opportunity. No, Trippier is excellent from set plays, although he's been taken back a couple of yards now.
Well, if this is the 43rd minute, this is a moment.
Trippier would score in the World Cup semi-final with a free kick against Croatia. Bit closer than this, though, wasn't it? Who was most famous of those two, Ed Sheeran or David Beckham? Well, Ed Sheeran was singing to the players in a concert at the training centre, especially living outside Mason Mount's room while he was self-isolating with Then Chilwell has played it back tricking towards Kane. Almost was quick.
That looks pretty good there in the 43rd minute.
Good recovery from Roberts. He allowed Kane to get away for him to start with. There it is. Went to sleep, but he did well to get back in and get the header away. Chance of England reverberate around Wembley. Trippier on set piece duty all the time with the corner. Was arriving, but quite got to him. He's the guy you generally keep your eye on from an England point of view from those corners. Just over a minute to the break. That's anything the referee chooses to add on. Referee says play on. Take advantage.
Boring side, England.
Germany dominates the first 10-15 minutes. Good passing movements. Just slowed the game down, took the intensity out of it. One or two half chances. As the game has worn on, England have just started to build a bit of momentum. It's too close to call going into the game. I think it still is. Chris. There. Ben Phillips. Called across here by the referee, and he will be the latest into the book. When he warned him earlier for a challenge, he was already getting. He went on the ball and then went over the top of the ball. He's been unlucky, but certainly a yellow card is right. It's yellow plus, isn't it? That immediately over the top of the ball, and I just wonder whether that might be looked at to see whether it can get upgraded. I think it will be. Probably yellow. Let's go with Mark Clattenburg on that. Mark, what do you think with that challenge?
Kroos is banged up right now. That was a pretty rough challenge. He's taken a pretty big neck. Kroos is banged up. This guy is a very important player and a big creative for Germany.
Thank you very much, Mark. That's also graceful. Not many players like him, are there? Elegant. Eye for a goal. Clever. Germany had a player. There's similar sort of role in the side. Similar sort of ability. There's Ozil.
He just kicks it straight to. He kicks it straight to Sterling. Wow, these losers! They blew it! That was their golden chance. They blew it. Wow, this team sucks. Look at them. Absolute trash. How do you not score that?
Somewhere amid all that bedlam out there, the half-time whistle goes a dramatic end to the half. It looked like Harry Kane was going to break his European Championship duck. Great run from Sterling. It certainly was. He gets away from Ginter here. Then the challenge on the edge of the box.
Well, what a choker. Bottle. Bottle. That was a golden chance. He bottled the ball. Saka, too. North London bottlers. Kane and Saka, North London bottlers there. Missed, trash. I've seen nothing but trash for England so far. Absolute garbage.
So nobody would like to any mistakes, explanation against explanation, but as you can see in the end, one mistake of Müller and almost a goal, but protecting of Gomez.
Yeah, is it just waiting for someone to blink? Yeah, I think so. I think we expected it from the start of the game. We wanted to be entertaining. We wanted to be more FIFA
Jason, did you know Geico can save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? Oh. So what are you waiting for? Michaela Moroni to get your frisbee on the road.
I'll get it. Here you go.
Thank you, Michaela.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you can save.
Your mom's like posting a lot, so she got the full ticket. Every day, here's a comment. Here's stand. Oh, mom, beautiful mom. More phone, more fun.
Ever wanted the sensation like you're floating on air? You can with Skechers new Glide Step footwear. Feels like you're floating as our Aero Comfort outsoles give you a firm soft landing that propel you forward. Plus, they have Skechers exclusive air cooled memory foam. Try Skechers new Glide Step.
Each of us has a different story, but this family isn't about where you come from. It's about where you're going. We might not recognize each other walking down the street, but driving down it, we recognize in each other the same spirit of adventure. There's only one family and one community, quite like ours. Gee, those are good one.
Current SCA owners or lessees can get $5,400 bonus cash on a lease for 2021 Cherokee, or purchasing at 0% financing plus no monthly payments for 90 days.
When you have advanced security from Cockpit Panoramic Wi-Fi, all your connected devices are protected.
With Allstate, we can get the protection you need at a new low rate.
Up to what you need. It needs 10 years of those things. That's like all the way back to Japan. How cool.
It's typically listed in Spanish. Como modelo.
It needs 10 years of those things with cooking up to what you need.
This is pasteurized processed cheese food. It's only required to contain 51% cheese. This is a Sargento slice. It's the one that makes your mouth water. It's 100% real natural cheese. Frankly, nothing else compares. Sargento, we're real cheese people.
To my area and compare price by thousands of products.
Drizzly. No, Drizzly.
The president of the FA, Prince William, is having a family day out at Wembley. Nice to see you got tickets. Also there, Ed Sheeran, David Beckham, David Seaman, a star-studded Royal Box at Wembley for this big occasion between England and Germany. Not really been the most entertainment for those people. They might as well get Ed Sheeran on doing a turn in the second half for this one. Look, it's not been a game of many chances. It's not been a game of much creativity. They're cancelling each other out. There have been opportunities in this match.
Yes, there has. This is one off Raheem's there. Nice hit from him. Of course, you expect someone of Mahmoud Neuer's class to save that quite comfortably enough.
Are you surprised, Sammy, at how many opportunities England have had from headers and from set pieces? But we usually don't lose this match where they were strong.
I don't think so much of course. I think there's one of the opportunity that they have because with the Stones and Wire, they're really good players with better, but yeah, generally notice and put that work.
And this will be familiar for Chelsea fans.
This was the chance, wasn't it? Sammy, the big chance of the first half, really. Come on, he has to do better. He has to do it much better. But I would say we couldn't go through that. You know, Runner has to do it.
And then, as you said, we're waiting for mistakes in this game. There was a poor ball from Thomas Muller.
Yeah, awful mistake by Muller. Positive run force of Harry Kane. But what a
How did they not score there, man? England are garbage. Wow, Harry Kane is just a celeb. Is just a bottler. Who's gonna pay for Kane right now? Nobody. Three losers. 3 shots each team. 3 Lions. Losers.
Yeah, I think you know, if you want to be entertaining, you want yesterday's football. Today it's going to be a little bit more patient. They're going to wait to see.
God, the country invented the game of football. You so rubbish at it.
I think seeing to the second half might be a bit more space, hopefully. If there are a few substitutions on their line available for them,
Do you think it can improve? Will it improve?
I think both teams can improve. And if I'm the German coach, I would like to change the system because then you have to start looking at the thing about it. Because if you play with Fonderberg and Freeman and the two wingers, then the two fullbacks of the English team, they have to decide to cover the fullback or cover the winger. So that's my way with the solution for Germany, but let's see what happens.
That's what you would think, might not necessarily know what was going to happen. You learn that. Will do in this game. Plenty of emotion before kick-off, but it's been absorbing throughout the first 45.
Liberty Mutual. What much larger? Someone pay for what you need. How much money can Liberty Mutual save you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, really hurts.
Only pay for what you need.
That's exactly what if we win, everyone wins.
In the great storm of 1781, John Jameson lost the barrel of his beloved smooth tasting whiskey. Why did he go in after it? Taste. That's why. The technology is easier to use. Barriers don't stand a chance. That's why we'll stop at nothing to deliver our technology as a service. It's my time.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones. Let me break it down. You got your new customers, they get our best deals. You got your existing customers, they also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals. Question. Why did you use a whole market? Because I want to make sure you remember. I'm going to get into whiteboards.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on every smartphone, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free.
Patience is a virtue.
It is always a great day when the French are waving the white flag. Yeah! Woo! Suck on that, arrogant France. Suck on that. I think the whole world is happy that France lost yesterday. Yeah, they're all happy. It was never gonna happen. It was never gonna happen. Winning a Euro over at over at the hated British soil, it was not gonna happen. Get my mouse back to work.
And
96 loss should be on its way. All I know is that England should be winning right now. They haven't allowed any goals. That's really good when you get to avoid Italy and Portugal and Belgium and the Netherlands and another team on their bracket. on their side of the bracket. They get to avoid Spain too. They get to avoid all of these countries. They get to avoid all of them. De Bruyne and Hazard are 50-50.
Selection on Saturday for that match against the Czech Republic. So a couple of chances in the first half, no goals as yet. Second half of England against Germany coming up for their place in the quarters.
De Boer has resigned as the Netherlands coach. I mean, I never knew why people thought the Netherlands are going to go far with this guy as manager.
Do I have to do anything? Nothing?
Nothing.
There really is something.
You get a whole lot of nothing with farmer policy first.
So, you rooting for 3-0ers, or are you rooting for Germany to actually beat the living crap out of England? There's not too far in between.
Not going negative. So conventional wisdom is, oh, don't go negative. People will criticize you. So what? They criticize Bernie Sanders whether he goes negative or floats on a cloud. It doesn't matter at all. They call him a socialist, communist, Cuba-loving, vile, rude guy anyway. So it's not just on
the Kneelers win.
Point out Joe Biden's record on
That's
civil
how
rights.
Portugal lost. Plus, they're trashing Coke and Heineken.
Getting arrested in South Africa, battling apartheid, and the '94 crime bill. He, bragged about.
Take that, France! Take that, France! It seems to really pile on Kylian Mbappe.
This is the mainstream
But
so overwhelmingly biased. They were never.
He'd be all good. I mean. He needs to respect his elders, but Ronaldo missed a penalty, I think, against against Chelsea. It almost cost them. I mean, it wasn't the first time someone's missed a big penalty. Maradona's missed big penalties too. Messi missed a penalty against Chile. So, it ain't a big deal if he misses a Euro penalty. I think Kylian Mbappe. He just needs to quit getting the thick skin and respond well to criticism, because that's the only way that it'll be great. And there is no other way. It's how you respond.
Against Germany is 45,000 fans after the place in the quarterfinals of Euro 2020. No goals as yet, but still on. And the positive is still watching and he's there.
Okay. Why don't they knee for every half? They just do it at the start of the game. I don't think 3-0ers are going to do much for the next 5 minutes. I think I've got time to fill up my coffee. I bet England won't score. Watch. I'm going to come back. Of course, they didn't score. Of course. This team's gonna bore me to death. Boring. I think a lot of people are happy that France has lost. That side of the bracket just got much easier for every team left. For Italy or Belgium and Spain. That loss meant everything. Now, we all know the greatest France teams was 1998 to 2006. The 2000 Euro, the 2006 runner-up in the World Cup, and in 1998 winning the World Cup. Saved by Pickford! Oh! But a save, England getting lucky, I'm telling you. England look like trash. Look at them. You are a fraud. You're just a bitch coming in the chat. Absolute shit. Have nothing useful to say about the game. Don't kick rocks. You are the fraud. Look at you. You were saying easy win for Germany. Look at you. Clippers suck, you little bitch. You don't even watch football. You're just a wanker. Go wank yourself somewhere else. You're a fraud Clippers fan. You think they're winning a championship? You're a sheep. Yep, I'm telling you, England are a big fraud, man. This is never going to be too easy for Germany. I think the bombing's been averted, by the way. Remember World War II? That's what's happening right here. This is World War II. The Nazis get defeated. The eugenicists lose. This is all going to be represented by the kneeling. So they can have all the possession they want, but the fact is England's going to hold the play with their holding midfielders, and they're going to get a fluke lucky goal. Maybe it deflects off of a German defender or something, and there's a ball in open play or something like that. Just England has not conceded at all before the knockout, and that's something that is very significant, because if you haven't conceded, you're going to be tough to score on. We don't concede goals, you're going to be pretty tough to beat. Same thing with Belgium, too. I think Belgium, Italy, and England haven't conceded many goals. I don't think any team has conceded less than they have. These fans are acting so happy. Of course, England is in the game. Diver! He dove! He dove again. This guy keeps on diving. Sterling, my God. It ain't going to work with some of these reps anymore. Suds all the way. It's all for Kobe. It's all for D-Book. Number 2, number 4. I don't think people figured that out yet, that Chris Paul is just going to ball it out in L.A. Yeah, right in L.A. Suds take care of business again. You need a whipping across at some point. It's probably too late. Kane is on the ground. I've got England in the final if it's really rigged. I mean, look at this rigged hoax right now. Germany haven't scored a goal yet. England are bottlers. They bottled that 43rd minute chance. Kane, the Spurs bottler. Bukayo Saka, the other North London team. England are such crap. They really need penalties. Kane has never been the best striker in the world. It's this English-speaking media. It's Black Lives Matter. Put in Marcus Rashford. The Black Lives Matter haters call him Marcus Trashford. One goal will be enough to win this match.
channel's going to have the other way. I'm talking about conversation with that. Gives Germany the chance to break it. Avenge, he's only got Werner up there with him at the moment. Here is Timo Werner.
He's a waste. Timo's a waste. It's not that hard to defend against Timo Werner. Look at that. This one can even go extra time, too. Who's going to make the error? Like the announcer said. falling asleep right now. Could have gone the Germans' way there. That back pass. Sometimes a forward pass is not that bad at all because you're not risking being a turnover at the back. Three rubbish losers. England looks like the better side in the second half. I think Merkel's going to get stopped. This game's going to represent the English rebellion over the European Union. I mean, that's what they did. They rebelled against Merkel and the member states. This is what this rigged match represents. It represents World War II and the bombing of London by the Nazis being averted by the British forces. The kneelers got to go win this game. It is all subliminal programming, this game. It's how rigged it really is. I don't know what Grealish is doing on the bench. There's always a chance to put him in. Jack Grealish. What if this game ends in a draw? It only counts as 1 point in regulation. There are plenty of white shirts back there. You got the ball there. Belgium Portugal is more exciting to watch than this stuff. At least you're seeing a bunch of chances back and forth, and the ball hitting the post, the keeper saving it. Yeah, England are not good at all. Jack Grealish coming in.
Looks like it's coming on for Germany on that far side. Another response to play up here. I don't know what might be Southgate who goes off, but England, yeah, I think so. They're going in the first half. He's just not quite done it in the second half. Really good job there of him.
68th minute. That's the matchup championship. We can see anything happen here in this minute. This match came an end in a draw. One of those games, I see England winning in extra time.
Very often, Grealish is the most powerful player in the Premier League by a long, long way last 2 seasons. Massive confrontation there. Two heavyweight teams there. It's just about getting the result, as WWII was saying before. He said there's have to be going to entertain. They just have to get the job done here. That still makes compulsive viewing, and the stakes are far back high. It certainly does. Everything's going to go up front. Havertz, instructions. Havertz going to play to the right, Willer to the left. Grealish's first involvement. It looks certainly been the biggest game of Jack Grealish's career as well now. Some distance the Aston Villa man who, according to reports, is the subject of a predicted $125 billion bid from Manchester City. You're also after Harry Jack. Who had before that? It's just a shame. He's really seen the best of Harry Kane in this tournament so far. The top class striker in the way of the place. It's not. If you wonder whether that transfer talk is part of that as well, it's looking at what clutter your mind will change things. This has got a bit of work here. Just needing to find a bit of creativity. Not asking too much of Manuel Neuer at the moment. Just a loose ball by Trippier. Does win it back, to be fair.
It's been a boring game. Now they're going after the kneelers. They're looking for blood. That was reckless. 74th minute would be London because London has the match of 74. Just something to look out for if we do see any goal scoring chance in a minute 74. It's Crown that's the match of 73. This is minute 73. I doubt it, but if something comes out of nothing, this would be the moment here that we would see something. Trippier's on the ground. So who saw kickoff? Who was kneeling at the start? Was it England? Was it Germany? Was it both teams? Kieran Trippier is cramping right now. Harry Kane got the knock too. So we've seen quite a bit of knocks for England. Yo, Sterling does it again. Red goal. Sterling, minute 75. The Jamaican scores. You can think you're Jamaican-born superstar, England, but you hate Black Lives Matter. You don't want equality. Which one is it? Which one is it, England? Which one is it? That's what I like to know. England are benefiting from multiculturalism a lot. And Suns are still through to the finals. That doesn't mean anything. Suns win 2-4 for Mike Kobe, Devin Booker. Yep, the 96 loss for Joachim just makes it a pretty dead even luck.
Well, they were 6 minutes from being bottom of their group. 2 or 3 nights ago. Can they rescue it here? And that's close. Fuller. More hovering over this. It's Fuller. Good ball. Stopping it. Blocking it. That was Chip. It was a goal. I believe the fans here at Wembley. The physical level has gone up about 10 times in the last 5 minutes.
Now they say it's coming home.
Germany conceded the first goal in the match for the European Championship game running. Well, here's the moment again. He runs away, throws the ball into Harry Kane, who was onside. Grealish had played his part, timed the pass really well. Then that ball played into just the right area. Fell short, got the 6-yard box, and 2 players were in there. One was offside Harry Kane, the other Sterling wasn't. There's the fact that the Germans now starting such a difficult end to the season. And Manchester City only 1 goal in the last 16 games for City, but he's been delivering at this tournament. Once he's been a commanding figure in that midfield. Endless energy. He's conducting the fans now, and it's important that they keep their cool in this situation now and don't become too emotional about things. Germany came back against Portugal, they came back against Hungary. But England won the World Cup in '66 with 3 West Ham players. They won the European Championship, they've got the rise to their side.
Yeah, you see the Germans in the stands, but it's all rigged.
It's John Stones, but looking forward. The back, now the Phillips is visible as good. So assurance and space on that side. Nothing will to get, but I think that might just open up 1 or 2 things on the play because for England. Space again.
Wow, bottlers. What was that? Red! Red! Get the one! What was that? It was handed on a silver platter! That was red! That was a hoax mix! That was a hoax miss! That was a hoax! What a hoax! Thomas Muller, how did you miss that? Wow, red! That was red to the core. Absolutely red. That was a hoax. How do you miss that? That is red. Red. What a rigged hoax that was. What a rigged hoax miss that was. But you know what? It's all part of the script. It's all part of the script for the kneelers. It's all a script. 1 shot on target. The easiest. You and I could have made that goal. What a rigged hoax that was. That was a scripted miss. Completely rigged to the core. This is as fake as it gets. Nothing. They purposely miss an easy chance at goal. Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing they can do.
Substitution, they're going to play on that far side, Germany. So England, John Henderson, his old head, leadership qualities and that they've got Avenge. Come on, from a Liverpool player, of course. Play all over the place. They take one of the centre halves of Germany. He's going to head it down. Havertz on the Kingsman. He's been an England hero today. Balls on the ball. Sure, it's screaming out something to the fans on the far side as well then. This is manic, isn't it? They're here now.
Wow, look at these fans. Look at them. They're like, oh my God. It's rigged. If it wasn't rigged, Thomas Muller would have scored. He would have put that through. It's all hoax. You've been warned. Don't say I haven't been warned that it was going to be a rigged hoax. Because the rigged hoax is on. Germany is out. Portugal is out. Netherlands is out. France is out. The group of death is all out. Literally a group of death. The abyss. Portugal. France. Now Germany. It's a scripted. Jack Grealish. Harry Kane breaks in the 85th minute, scripted by the numbers. The Man City target, Harry Kane, over at Wembley. It's all rigged. All rigged hoax. The Nazi bombers have been defeated. It's all about scripted history. The bombers lost. They failed to bomb London. The Nazis have been defeated. It's all scripted messaging from World War II. 96 loss for Joachim Low. As predicted, before the match, the knockout bracket, all scripted. All part of a grand script. So this was definitely a rigged avenging of his penalty miss. Gareth Southgate. Kneeling has nothing to do with the Euro winner. France or Portugal is going to win the Euro, and has nothing to do with kneeling at all. Really? See, it has nothing to do with kneeling at all. The better team is going to win. Portugal or France is going to win the Euro. Really? They said Germany was going to make the final. They're on track. And they thought Germany going to make the final, going out on a low, losing the mentality, losing the swagger, the cutting edge, the confidence, we go out and impose ourselves. But that's all missing from Germany. Yep, it's all rigged. That London, the Nazis have been defeated. It's all scripted. You cannot. The English people hate their own country. These people hate their own country. They don't root for their damn country. They're a bunch of freaking haters. Okay, this was the worst German team in years. Of course, England had to win this. Of course. The weakest German team in ages. England has not allowed a goal yet this tournament. Harry Kane finally scores a goal. All rigged by the numbers. Yeah! I won't listen to the slurp, 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 slurp of England at all. The slurping from the media, that is. You guys should have known your history. You guys failed to bomb London. Did you really think you were going to win at London? Well, Nazi style, you won in 1996, but it wasn't going to happen this time around. Okay, these guys have left the EU. These guys have told Angela Merkel to fuck off. That is a symbolic programming that we've seen right there. Okay, 1996 is all about the bombing, the actual destruction of London, and the actual kicking out of the Nazis was 2021. You can't say Germany didn't have chances. They were bombing the fort, but it was always going to be England. I'm just surprised that wasn't Timo Werner that missed the tying goal right there. The Kneelers win! Kneelers win! Don't you Kneelers win? They win! The Kneelers win! Applaud your Kneelers! Bow down to your Kneelers, Englanders! Bow down to your Kneelers! You love kneelers. Kneelers win. Kneelers turn your team into winners. What you gotta say about social justice and Black Lives Matter? You all are clapping for social justice and equality. Look at you guys in the crowd. You guys are applauding Black Lives Matter because you chose to speak with your wallet. Look at you guys. Y'all bunch of haters, but you love your little Jamaican score, don't you? Look at these pathetic, racist, Black Lives Matter hating Englanders in the crowd. Which one is it? Who really thinks they turned off the telly? These guys were saying they were going to boycott the English team. Look at them. They're watching it. They are voicing with their wallets. And by watching this program on TV. Look at you guys. You hate the players for kneeling, but you are clapping them off. Look at you all. I just like to point out the irony of the English fans. There is no Brexit angle with this at all. Kneelers win. Germany didn't kneel the first game, did they? Portugal didn't. Belgium are kneelers. England are kneelers. But has nothing to do with kneeling, huh? Oh, don't you say you haven't been warned because you got warned. I tried to tell you. It's all red. Congratulations, Gareth. You've avenged your penalty miss in 1996 as predicted before the match. You did it. You can try to make it come home on that side of the bracket. Everyone in the group of death is out. Who would have thought it? England through. Correct. Belgium through. Correct. I was torn between the Czech Republic and the Netherlands. I didn't have the Netherlands in my semifinals. They're out. Denmark through. Correct. Croatia, that's okay. You know, Spain, they'll go on a fake run because Roberto Martinez is Spanish himself. So, you know, even though Spain wins, that this helps my bracket. Italy going through against Austria, correct. England going through against Germany, correct. I think I got to go with Ukraine over Sweden. It's definitely going to be Ukraine. Sorry, the Nazis lose. They lost World War II. They failed to bomb the shed and take over London. They saved the Queen back then. Everyone was warned. They all thought Germany was going to blitzkrieg England. Nah. No goals allowed there. Done. 0. They're going through. England typically suck, but don't underestimate them to make it to the final on that side of the bracket. Is this side of the bracket easier than the World Cup? It probably is easier than the World Cup. I'll go with the transitive property. If the Ukraine beats Sweden, they're better than Sweden. England defeated Sweden in the World Cup. Can they beat the Ukraine? Can they beat Dejan Kulusevski? You know, that'd be pretty good to watch if that's the case. I don't know much about the Swedish national team. Well, but I don't know. He's going to go out too. I don't know. He can join Ronaldo and Rabiot out of there. I'm keeping track of my team's players, but lots of narratives and Christian Eriksen, the kneeling, the Black Lives Matter. You know, Sterling put them ahead again. The Jamaican man. The Chelsea guys win the Champions League and they're now out. England have an easy side of the bracket, that's for sure. Pickford saved them a few times too today. I'd like to go see what happened in the first 15, 20 minutes, how good Germany was, because I was sleeping during the first 15 minutes. Euro coverage continues. The Raid Madness continues. The all-kneeler affair Brexit narratives continues. The crown, La Corona, continues. You can decode Coronado and La Corona and Corona in the Euro like you can with the NBA and GOAT King LeBron James. So that's the next step. Is how does that tie into England or Belgium or Italy or any of the teams left that can win the tournament? But I'm going to come out with the poll. Who do you have winning the Euro? And maybe just who you think is the biggest disappointment after the round of 16. I will let the fans speak. We will see how they think in the polling. But I didn't miss much. I could have slept throughout the first half of the match and just woke up for the second half. But it was sort of entertaining to see how boring both sides are. But high and mighty being the worst German side, congratulations. I knew it would happen. Let me see how you can handle the team coming out on the other side of the much far superior side of the bracket.